Welcome to another episode of Savage Crypto. Here with me, Suppoman, your superhero cryptocurrency expert. In today's video, I am going to be talking about a cryptocurrency that people have been barraging me with requests to cover, Cardano. So I'm going to be focusing on Cardano in this episode of Savage Crypto, where I'm going to be talking about the positives, I'm going to be talking about the negatives, so why you may or may not want to invest, and then I'm going to give it my final star rating and say whether I am going to invest, and if I do or don't, what I would recommend as the strategy if you were to invest in Cardano. But just before I go into Cardano, I'm just going to do a quick overview of what's happening in the market. So as you can see, and as I was alluding to in yesterday's video, which I hope you saw, because it was a really good video to make personally. I enjoyed making it. I know a lot of you enjoyed seeing it. It was kind of a feel-good video. Also saw the huge rise of B3 coin. It went up to nearly 10 times its value, just like that in hours. So as I was alluding to in yesterday's video, this was the start of a Bitcoin rally, I was saying. Bitcoin was starting to go up as everything else was kind of going down or being stagnant. And over the next few days was going to be kind of really the rise of Bitcoin and the fall of altcoins. Now, we're already seeing this today. So Bitcoin has smashed it. Bitcoin is smashing it. It's gone to well over 6,000 to an all-time high. Okay, nearly at $6,200. Whilst everything else is tumbling. Okay, Ethereum's tumbling, Ripple's tumbling. That's gone down to even lower, nearly under 20 cents now. Ethereum's going down to nearly under $290. Bitcoin Cash is also falling. Litecoin's falling to about $55 and probably a little bit less. Dash is also falling. Good time to get behind Dash. This will, I dare say, rally back, bounce back after the fork quite nicely, although the multipliers aren't necessarily there. BitConnect continues to surge, much to my frustration. Whilst awesome cryptocurrencies like Neo are going down in value. Okay, Ethereum Classic's nearly under $10. Cardano has gone down a little bit. Omis Go is nearly under $7. This will be a great price to accumulate under $7. Stratis is well under $3 now. It made a nice spike and now it's gone back down again. Steam is at 94 cents, so I'm going to be continuing to accumulate Steam. I love getting Steam under $1, and the more under $1, the better. Okay, I love getting Steam because it always bounces back to well over $1. Okay, so, you know, the more under $1 it is, the best to get it, because this is going to be a cryptocurrency that eventually becomes huge, and $1 or 90 cents is going to be just the price people are going to say, God, was it ever that price? 10x is $1.71, which is really low. Komodo and Pivex have gone down, the privacy coins. Walton continues to fall. That is, going towards the $5. I think this is going to easily go under $6 over the coming days. Kyber, I think, is going to go under $1. Basic Attention Token, which was about 25 cents at the beginning of this month, has gone right down to 13 cents. I mean, stuff is really falling. Yet Regal Coin, and similar to BitConnect, Regal Coin really spiking. Salt, is leaving probably its investors quite salty at the moment at $2.54, a really obscenely low price compared to the $6 that it was at. Metaverse has had a slight fall, but it's still at a good value. So we are seeing a lot of the cryptocurrencies mainly falling. Vertcoin appears to be going vert at the moment, vertical, and going up. Chainlink continues to drastically fall. People thought 24 cents yesterday was really low. 22 cents is even lower. Absolutely insane. Digibyte now down to 0.8 of a cent, which is a great buy for the long term. Yeah, I don't necessarily think a lot of Digibyte, but it doesn't stop it from still being relatively good long term. You won't make massive multipliers, but you can't really go much lower than 0.88 of a cent. ADEX has really fallen, 74 cents. Okay, so we're seeing a load of coins right now at beautiful prices. This is bad news, really, for your portfolio. If you bought a lot of these over the last couple of months, if you bought them even during the Chinese, ICO ban and exchange ban, This is much lower than it was. So my goodness, what a fall. And Centra's at 55 cents. So this, I mean, Centra's nearly a third of the value it was at ICO. So we are seeing some absolutely rock bottom prices. This is great time to invest in, or at least accumulate altcoins, okay? Because you never quite know where the bottom is tomorrow. This could all be in the green, even though the Bitcoin rally will continue. There's every likelihood these cryptos that are really low prices, it's Saturday at the end of the day, could bounce back tomorrow, could bounce back Monday. So let's now turn our attention to Cardano. Okay, so as I've just gone through, it has had a small decrease. Now this has been up to 3.8 cents. It has gone up to. It recently entered the cryptocurrency space by being listed on Bittrex, and all of a sudden everybody's like, ADA, what the hell is ADA? And Cardano, what the hell is it? Okay, and there are still a lot of people that don't know what it is. So I'm going to be hopefully explaining it in layman's terms. So if we look at the markets, you can see that really it's mainly being traded on Bittrex. There's also Mr. Ripple. I've never heard of Mr. Ripple, and it's got a tiny amount of volume. But in the 24-hour volume, it's absolutely astronomical. Okay, so this is really pride of place in Bittrex, okay? So let's now look at Cardano. Now, if you go into the Cardano website, there is a load of gobbledygook surrounding the kind of literature, okay? You have a look at it, it's very cleverly written, but really for those who understand the kind of technical aspects of blockchain technology, open source technology, decentralized app technology, protocols, all that kind of thing. So I'm really going to dumb this down. I'm going to make this as simplistic as possible so that you really truly understand the opportunity. Because there's just so much to look through in this. There's so much smart stuff when it comes to Cardano. Now, Cardano is essentially a project, okay? It's basically the product of a company called IOHK, which is Input Output Hong Kong. Now, Input Output Hong Kong was founded by Charles Hoskinson, the former CEO of Ethereum, okay, and Jeremy Wood, a former executive at Ethereum. So two Ethereum guys have come together to create this project, which is essentially Cardano. So what is Cardano at the very heart? It's very simply a blockchain and a technological platform. Okay, so essentially they have built their own blockchain. They have built a blockchain with the finest minds in the cryptocurrency space from all around the globe. And a technological platform, they have created technology that is essentially meant to be the best around. And the protocols that they are creating, the open source technology that is available and out there, provide the best service out there for companies operating in this space. So what are Cardano's positives in light of what they do? So they are being touted as the Japanese Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum essentially is a blockchain. A lot of the new cryptocurrencies are based on the Ethereum blockchain. You can create decentralized apps with Ethereum and also smart contracts with Ethereum. Okay, and so therefore Cardano offer essentially the same services. Okay, so they're also offering a blockchain, they're also offering the ability to create decentralized apps, the ability to create smart contracts, and also they have ADA, and ADA is the tradable cryptocurrency. So in essence, they are offering pretty much exactly the same services as Ethereum, which, given who the people are behind this project, it's not a surprise they are looking to compete in this space. And the reason it's called Japanese Ethereum, it's not a Japanese company necessarily. It's out of Input Output Hong Kong, which obviously is China. But a lot of the token holders are actually Japanese, and this is catering to the Asian market. So the whole point, the whole pain, is they are aiming to help Asian companies, that's who they're targeting, the Asian market, to build blockchains or early blockchain companies to basically create something bigger and better. They're helping them with the technology and also helping them with creating smart contracts as well. Now, the Daedalus wallet is nothing short of amazing when you read about it. Okay, so it's offering really good security, it's offering paper wallets, it's offering spent passwords. So I'm imagining it creating passwords each and every time. So it's enabled to protect its users from viruses, from malware, from hackers. Okay, so they got security at the forefront of their wallet. Now, not only are they offering the ability to send and receive ADA into the wallet, but they're also building functionality for Bitcoin and for Ethereum Classic. And they're also providing a staking element to the wallet. Essentially, proof of stake is how you maintain the blockchain. Now, the team is one of the big powerhouses behind Cardano. Okay, so I've talked already about Charles Hoskinson. He's the former CEO of Ethereum and also the former executive of Ethereum. So with such knowledge of one of the greatest kind of operating systems in cryptocurrency, they have a lot of knowledge that they are bringing to Cardano. I mean, these are guys that were very, very close with Ethereum. You know, Charles was at the very high end of Ethereum, at the very senior end of Ethereum, so he's got a lot of knowledge of Ethereum, which of course he has brought into this project. Okay, that gives you almost the confidence that he can implement the vision of creating a Japanese Ethereum. So the team is one of their big selling points. At the moment also, it's a cheap price. It has been up to 3.7 cents, but it's currently at 2.8 cents, which is virtually nothing. Okay, and it trades on Bittrex, which is arguably the main exchange of the Western world. This is one of the most popular exchanges, and of course, trading on Bittrex is how it made its name, how it got in front of people's peripheries, and of course, this enables it to get a lot of volume of trades on a daily basis. So it's already got the listing. Okay, so this can enable it to move on and move upwards. Now, let's look at the negatives. Okay, now these are quite pertinent because I've already gone through the potential next Neo. Okay, the potential next 3-figure, perhaps 4-figure coin. All right, but it's at 2.8 cents. It has been on the market for a while now. People have been trading it, and it's stayed at around about the 2 cents area. Even though it went up to 3, it's now back down to 2 cents. Why? Well, one of the big reasons is its supply. Okay, now supply is a big thing. Supply is one of the big reasons why Electronium, which sounded so incredible when you looked at the positives, the supply was one of the huge negatives that stopped people getting behind Electronium. And it's the same with Cardano. They've got such a humongous supply, and there's already 25 billion in circulation. And there doesn't appear to be this stupid decimal point argument which people had for Electronium, which in my opinion was just clever marketing by Electronium. Okay, so they've got a huge supply, and even with 8 million in trading volume on a day-to-day basis, it doesn't enable the price to move. Okay, this has got so much supply, and this is one big reason that stands against Cardano. And has also stopped people from staying invested in Cardano for the long term because they don't see much of a rise for the volume that is traded of Cardano. There's currently no roadmap, okay, which is both, I suppose, a good thing and a bad thing, okay? It's a good thing in the sense that it's so early stage, you don't really know where they're going. What's the big plan for it? There's lots of stuff written down on their website. You can kind of glean, right, this is the area. They are looking to be the next Ethereum. They could be having, ICOs launched with Cardano. Okay, so they could be the next Neo. Okay, that's already kind of created a lot of excitement, got a lot of people behind it, and it started to host some ICOs. Cardano, that could also happen. But there's no roadmap, there's no actual direction, there's nothing for you to kind of source and think, right, oh yeah, this is where they're going. And that's a negative thing as well, because as well as it being an early stage thing, it allows you to kind of invest in them before they've really gained much value. And once they release their roadmap, then that may gain value. So it's a good thing in that sense, but it's also in a bad sense. If you get behind it now, you don't know actually what are they moving towards. What is this all about? When you look at the website, it's very academic. It's very research orientated. You don't really know how exciting this is because it looks to be one big academic project. Okay, don't necessarily know how much of a big player they are looking to be in cryptocurrency. So whilst it sounds very exciting, at the same time you don't really know what the direction is. You don't know what they're looking to achieve. Are they just helping companies, or are they going to be a big player like Ethereum? There's no big movement given the Bittrex listing. Okay, so they've been on Bittrex, but they're still trading at 2 cents, okay, which is on the most popular exchange in the world. It is the one that everybody goes to in the kind of Western world anyway. And even given that listing, it's not moved hugely. It's still in the 2 cents. So why? Why is that? What is stopping this from really growing? It looks like the supply really stands in its way. If it is listed on the most popular exchange in the Western world, but even with its amazing volume, because of their visibility on that exchange, they can't move very high because of their supply, that raises alarm bells. Okay, this is going to need a gargantuan amount of investment to make the price move, a lot like Ripple. It's going to take a lot to make the price move. Okay, so given there's a lot of trade volume, but it's not really moving, it kind of makes you think, could this even reach double figures? Could this be a double figure coin, let alone triple figures, quadruple figures? It's not unique necessarily. Okay, it's certainly not unique in smart contracts. We've got Blockcat, we've got Chainlink, we've got loads of smart contract platforms. You've also got, Neo and you've got Ethereum, the two major players. There seems to be this kind of impression of performance and technology and having the best technology out there, but they're not unique in the space. So therefore, it kind of limits their ability to stand out because they're competing in a big space anyway. Competing with Neo, with Ethereum, with Chainlink, with Blockcat, with all these other smart contract platforms, are they really going to stand out? Are they really going to be able to surge to be at the top? And then lastly, are they doing too much? We've got blockchain, we've got smart contracts, we've got decentralized apps, we've got a wallet, we've got proof of stake. Are they doing too many things and not trying to be a master of just one? Are they looking to be better than Ethereum, a better service provider for, startup companies, crypto companies than Ethereum? Well, we don't know. They are offering very similar services. So, it's going to take a while for them to prove themselves, get some ICOs, get some clients, and actually prove themselves and prove some value. So there looks to be quite a lot of negatives, despite the fact that this is quite an exciting project by the Input-Output Hong Kong. So, what's my final rating? My final rating is not 4 stars, it's 3.5 stars out of 5, okay? So, this has the potential to be a 5-star, to be like a Neo, but it's massively down-marked because of the lack of direction and also the humongous coin supply. So, if you can get this at a good entry point, it is worth investing in, and that is what I will do if I can get it at a good entry point. We're coming up to altcoins having more value sucked out of them, coming towards the 25th of October, which is just literally 4 days away. So if there's a good entry point, and even on the lead up towards SegWit 2x, there's a good entry point, maybe one of the best entry points, I will go for it, and I'll buy it as a buy and hold. Okay, I'll just buy it and I'll just hold it for the long term, see where it goes. Nothing wrong with that. If you get it at a really good entry point, almost at a bulletproof entry point, like you really should be aiming to get a cryptocurrency, then it's good to just buy it and just hold it and just see where it goes. Because you never know what could happen, what they could do with their tokens. Are they going to get rid of them? Who knows, right? Who knows really what's going to happen in the future? But if you can get it at a good entry point, then it might be worth just having for a good buy and hold, because it is an ambitious project. It's got a great wallet. It's better than just other wallets where you can just literally hold that specific cryptocurrency. They're looking to offer support for Bitcoin and for Ethereum Classic. They may offer a multi-currency wallet. You don't know. They seem to be trying to operate in a lot of markets. They're going to be bringing out a debit card as well. So, again, something that's being offered in a competitive space. They're like trying to be a jack of all trades. So, this could be a good one for just buying and holding. So, I hope that has purely explained Cardano in layman's terms without getting too technical, because if you look at their website, which I would recommend you did, just to kind of fill out some of the holes if you're more of a technical person, likes to know more about the technology and the protocols, it's worth reading the website. But on layman's terms, this is what the project is about at the moment with no roadmap. So I hope that has helped you in this episode of Savage Crypto. Let me know in the comments if this has been helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if you're going to invest, and if you are, what your strategy is. Or let me know in the comments if you're not going to invest. Till next time, guys, it is lights out, all out.